Welcome to AI for Business, the podcast where we cover the latest AI news and AI tools that matter. I'm your host, and today we're talking about OpenAI calling out Robinhood for selling tokens tied to its name, Google teasing a possible shift from AI-made videos to playable game worlds, and Microsoft cutting jobs while spending big on AI. We'll also check out a tool that makes it easier to create user-style videos and a prompt tip that turns your photos into something straight out of an animated film. Robinhood recently started offering what it calls OpenAI tokens to people in the European Union, claiming these give regular investors a way to be part of private companies like OpenAI and SpaceX. But OpenAI quickly responded and made it clear it had nothing to do with this. In a short post on X, the company said the tokens aren't real OpenAI shares and that no one should assume they're approved or backed by OpenAI in any way. Since OpenAI is a private company, its shares aren't open to the public, and any sale of them would need the company's direct permission. Robinhood says the tokens are tied to a special fund that holds shares in OpenAI. But even then, buyers aren't getting real stock, just digital contracts that try to follow the value of those shares. Robinhood's CEO said the move was meant to give smaller investors more access, but critics argue it blurs the line between real ownership and something much looser. Moving to something more experimental, Google might be thinking about turning its AI video tech into something you can actually play. It started with a post on social media asking if it was possible to play games made from VO3 videos, and Google's DeepMind CEO replied with a vague but interesting message. Another Google product lead followed up with emojis that suggested there might be something in the works. Nothing official has been announced, but it adds to growing talk that Google may be looking at ways to make its video tools more interactive. Not just for watching, but maybe even for playing. Google has been working on other AI models that can build entire digital environments. One of those tools, called Genie, can make full game-like scenes that react to players. If the company finds a way to bring Veo and Genie together, it could open up new ways for creators and game developers to use AI. Next up, Microsoft is making headlines for a different reason. The company says it's laying off about 4% of its workforce, which adds up to thousands of jobs worldwide. This comes just a few months after another round of job cuts and is happening alongside a major increase in spending for AI. Microsoft has already said it plans to spend about $80 billion this year, much of it going toward data centers and other AI-related infrastructure. The goal is to move faster with AI while also cutting back on extra layers in the company's structure. Fewer managers, simpler teams, and more focus on AI work seems to be the path forward. Other big tech companies are doing something similar. Meta, Google, and Amazon have also made cuts, even as they put more money into AI. Today's AI tool to try is MakeUGC. This tool helps you make videos using AI avatars, scenes, and voiceovers that match the tone of your message. You simply write a script, choose an avatar, and hit generate. It's especially useful for marketing or content creation if you want to make videos that look personal without having to record yourself every time. You can even upload a short clip of yourself to turn into your own avatar or have your product shown in the video by a digital actor. Link to try in the description. The prompt tip for today is all about using AI to give your photo an animated twist. If you want to join the Ghibli-style trend online, here's how to do it using just ChatGPT. Start a new chat, click the plus icon next to the message box, and upload a photo of yourself. Then type, "Transform this image in the style of Studio Ghibli." In a few moments, you'll get an animated version of your picture, ready to download and share. That wraps up this episode of AI for Business. If you want to keep up with what's happening in AI, subscribe to the show so you don't miss what's coming next. If you found today's discussion helpful, send this episode to a friend or coworker who's figuring out how to use AI in their workflow. And if you've got a minute, leave us a review. It helps more people discover the show. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.